Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's webinar. My name is Nirvana. I'm the Press and Communications Manager at Classtime, and today we're going to be answering some questions from our teacher community.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone.
Cool. So the first question is from Karina from Brazil. Can I sign up for a school license?
Okay, excellent question. So as you might know, we have different licenses like premium, the free plan, and we also have school licenses. And so as a single teacher, it doesn't really make sense to sign up for a school license because the school license is mostly focused on collaboration features, right? So that would be like, for example, sharing a folder or sharing a class with your co-teachers, right? So when you have co-teachers here, these are the school features. For individual teachers, that does not matter. You can still even import from Google Classroom. All these things are available for you. Now, if you do want to sign up as a team, you can do so. Right now, we do have a special limited offer for distance learning where you can sign up as a team for like 90 days of school license features for free. Otherwise, you can always go into here, pricing, and then look at the school institutional licenses where you see more information about the kind of reports we can do for your school, integrations, or any type of support you might need. But as an individual teacher, you cannot upgrade for a school license.
Cool. So next question, Marcia from Brazil also asked, what's the difference between inviting my students to a session and a class?
Yes, that's a very good question. So class is something that's new. We just launched it like a month ago. And as I already just showed, you can even import classes from Google Classroom. So a class is really like a group of students for each subject and that you teach, right? So you would do like one for history, maybe one for math, whatever. And you would invite your students to it. And they are then a unit. And you can also add co-teachers if you're on a school license that will co-manage that class together, right? And so this is a one-time thing. You set up a class once, and then maybe you'll update it here and there. And so when you invite a student to a class, you're just verifying them and making sure that they are part of the class. You do not have to invite a student if you use Google Classroom or if the student has in the past or in the future will join any of your sessions. They will automatically be verified and they'll be added to your class without an additional invitation. Which brings me to the second part, which is the session, right? So every time you start a session, you can just share a code and have your students join, such as here, right? You have this code and you can share this code for students to join, or you can share this link that you can copy, or you can invite a class. So once you've set up a class, it makes it very easy to pick your class and then invite them with one click. And what happens is that they all get access to it. So they'll get an email where they can join, or if you use Google Classroom, it will create an assignment for them where they can then join via link. So that's the difference between inviting a student to a class, usually a one-time thing, and then inviting a student to a session, which you would do every time you create a session. So that's the advantage and the difference between these types of invitations.
Cool. Next question, Yohara from Chile asks, can I close my browser during a session? Will students see that I'm not online?
Good question as well. So Classtime works even when you're completely offline, right? So you can log out safely. You can turn off your computer. That's no problem, right? So once you start a session, as I have now, it's set. I can send the code. I can send the link to my students, and they'll be able to join anytime as long as the session is available and open. It does not matter if the teacher is online or not. Students will also not see if teachers are online or not, right? So there's no indication that the teacher's online. Students will just see their questions and answer them. So if I go in here now and join myself, you see here, I do not see if my teacher is online. I just can answer the questions. The only thing you might consider is if you use the live chat, right? You also don't see if the teacher is live in the live chat, but if you don't respond, you might, think they're not online. So just keep in mind that if you do activate the live chat, students might reach out to you, and you can just deactivate it here by clicking on this, and then the live chat is gone, and you cannot chat anymore. So that's also up to you.
Got it. Next question. When I schedule a session, do I need to open it for students at the scheduled date/time?
Yeah, so you can also set, a session scheduler. So when does the session open and when does it end? And what that does is that students, if they try to join before, they can't see the questions. And if they, try to join after the session has ended, they also can't join the session and see the questions anymore. So it gives you, more control over the time frame where students can actually look at the session questions. And so you do not have to be online at that time. You do not have to open it or do anything in addition. So I could literally now set the session for next Tuesday, right? And then 12 o'clock, set it live, and then log out. That's it. So next Tuesday at 12 o'clock, it will open automatically. Nothing in addition you need to do.
Cool. Next question from Liber from Saudi Arabia is there a limit of students per session? Is there any technical performance difference between larger and smaller student groups?
Yeah, so that's a good question, and this is mostly relevant to bigger classes. So on the free plan, you can have up to 40 students, and on premium, you can have up to 300 students, right? And so in short, there is a difference in performance, and so it does matter what kind of computer you have. So when you have students join, like here, anywhere up on an average computer, say 70, 80 students should be without any issues on any type of device. But if you have, 200, 300 students and you have a weak computer, you might have some little issues in seeing the live updates. That can happen, but don't worry, that does not impact the student's experience. So every student can still answer and, will have a smooth experience. You'll not lose any data. It just not might update that fast on weaker computers. But in general, I think it's safe to say that an average computer can easily handle 70 to 150 students at the same time with live updates, and even more if you don't look at it live and just check in later. So that's the answer for that.
Got it. Great. So those are all of our questions for today. If there's any questions or additional feedback, leave a comment or direct message to us. We appreciate all the questions, and don't forget to join our Facebook educator community. Thank you guys for joining.
Absolutely. Thank everyone, and talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk soon.